podcast. I am your host today, Kentina Star, and I'm here with my beautiful, lovely, amazing, talented co-host, Anime4days, aka
Hello.
Lucy.
Hey, welcome. Hello, guys.
And
Oh
we
my
are
God.
back with another episode, and I have to say, you guys has been killing it with the love and support on the podcast. You guys tell us every time that you love the podcast on Twitter, on our individual Twitters, on Instagram, and other places that you can find us and stuff on YouTube and all over the place. And it's been nice. It's
All
been
that
sweet
stuff.
because we love doing the podcast, and it's so much fun. And I felt like
It is.
one
So
thing
good
that we
fun.
wanted to try to do this time is kind of do a deep dive on us. Because I feel like we didn't really go into a true deep dive on us individually. And we kind of want to change that. And since I am the host this week, we're going to start with Lucy and kind of learn a little bit about Lucy and how she became the loving blue-haired girl, silver girl we love today. Now, for people who is living under a rock and who may not know you for some strange reason, why don't you let people know who you are and stuff like that?
Well, I mean, so obviously I go by Anime4days, but my real name is Lucy. I'm a cyberhuman VTuber. It is nice to meet everyone. I love to stream, obviously. Jeez. That's all my life,
You
honestly.
Like streaming?
Whoa.
No
my God.
What do you do on your streams, if you don't mind me
I
asking?
love to I love to play a load of I'm a variety streamer, so I like to play games. I love currently, which I'm playing a lot at, is Apex Legends. That's what I'm playing at the moment. But I also play League of Legends. I like to play what else do I play?
Like Genshin.
Oh, it's like Genshin. Yeah. I literally did that yesterday. What is wrong with me? Hello?
Yeah, you did do that yesterday. For your karaoke streams, your drunk karaoke streams.
I love to drink. Yeah. If you want to get to know me, just have a drink with me. We'll be good as gold. I love to drink. I'm not an alcoholic, don't you worry. I'm a uni student, okay? Actually that's a lie. Kenty's gonna be like, Lucy, you're not a uni student anymore. And I'll be like, look, hear me out, okay?
I mean, in your heart you can always be a uni student.
Damn it, that's not it.
Okay. But did you already graduate, or you still have to wait like a month for that?
I have to wait like how long? I did get a thing saying, oh, you can apply now to for graduation, and that should be in August. It's either August or in January, which I actually take all the pictures, all that shebang, and I'm like, oh my God, it's quite a long time.
You look so cute in your counting gown, and be so swaggy. You definitely gotta send pictures. What color will your counting gown be? Do you know?
Oh, that's a good question. I think it's black. I'm not sure.
Lame.
Isn't that lame? Oh my God.
Not on you, but that's lame on the school. Because
true.
I think my cap and gown when I graduated from my college, Lucy.
College, Lucy. Jeez. Oh.
I'm teasing a little American humor there. I think it was burgundy.
Oh, really?
The school colors was burgundy and black and stuff. It was weird. But anyway, it's not about me. But anyway.
It is always about Kenty. I love last week. I love last week's podcast, though. It was so funny.
It was so good.
Oh, my God.
I think that was one of my favorite podcast episodes last week. It was just pretty fun.
Funny. I loved it.
I loved it. If you haven't watched it, definitely go check it out. It was a good banger. But one thing I wanted to ask you, because I kind of was always curious. I think you told me this before, but I don't know if the viewers know. Where does Anime4days come from? Is that a name that you just always had? Did you always use it in high school? What made you choose that name? I
actually get this question a lot. I do. Because they're like, where does Anime4days come from? And I was like, well, I came up with it when I was first making AMVs. 2015. I think I was still in. Wait, where the fuck was I? Where was I?
You when you were making AMVs.
The thing is, I wanted to go with something. I think I remember with my sister looking at names and trying to come up with one. And we both came up with Anime4days, I think. Or we like mix and match. We wanted to do something to do with anime, obviously, because I was doing AMVs. I was like, well, might as well do for days. I don't know. This is a kid's brain, I suppose, maybe. But
cute kids.
I guess I stuck with it. And now it's me. That's why. I mean, I've just transitioned that name over to Twitch. To that, my idea was to do editing and stuff like that on Twitch, and I know stick to doing AMVs. But now I've kind of like moved on into games I've never really played before, which is
exciting. Gamer.
Yeah, exactly. I became like
gamer.
Hell yeah! Oh my god!
I feel like that's cute. I think that's adorable that you carry your name from when you started. That has a little bit of originality from where you started to now.
Yeah. I guess I was thinking about this recently. I did get a lot of things like where people don't actually want to call me Anime4days. That's a very first of all, it's quite long. Also, second of all, no one really wants to call me anime. I know there's some people that do. But like, I don't know, it'd feel a bit weird if you were like, hi, anime.
It's true because since anime is such an established thing, I wouldn't call you anime. If I was going to call you Anime4days, but I wouldn't. I feels like it'd be a disgrace of your friend to call you by your full
Oh my god, I'd be devastated. Penty, if I came to a stream and Penty goes, hi, Anime4days, I was like, I'm leaving. I'm literally leaving the stream. I'm going.
That's almost like if you would call. I remember someone called me Kentina for the first time being my friend for a while. And I'm like, that just doesn't sound natural anymore.
I know. I always like
everyone calls me Kenty.
I love Kenty.
But
he's such a cute.
But I think that's really cute. But I also like that you also identify, like, your name is Lucy. Like, you're not coining the name anime, but you're like, it's like just like a stage name.
Yeah, it is. It's like a stage name. Yeah, it is exactly like that. Like, I always wanted people to call. I think to be fair, at first, before I started Twitch, I wanted to maybe go by a different name and just have not actually have my name in there. But I really, in the end, I was like, well, I want people to know my name. I know that's obviously not for everyone. I know a lot of people don't do that, but I just wanted to do it. I think it would just be, it's more natural for me to answer to it, I suppose.
Right.
But I was recently thinking, oh no, I was going to say that I was thinking recently, I was like, wonder if because I know that people I know one other VTuber that changed their name recently to their actual name because, so people don't get confused, which I understand because if they come to meet me for the first time and they're like, oh, so what should I call you? And it's kind of hard sometimes to keep track of people's names if there isn't in their, actual name on Twitch, isn't it? I think so anyway. I find that hard sometimes, to say their name is this. So it's like, oh, Kentina Star, but I'll call you if your name was, I don't know, Tiffany. I don't know.
Tiffany.
That's so funny. What is this? What the fuck?
I mean, that's.
Do you know? I guess it maybe sometimes I find it hard. Maybe my brain's just big brr.
No, I definitely get where you're coming from. Like, I know a couple friends who are thinking about changing their name.
Ooh, really?
And I just think, when you're already established, when you already have a following that knows you, kind of made that staple. It's very hard to transition to a brand new name.
Ooh,
it's almost like changing your whole brand. Because essentially are the brand. And if you change your name to that, it's very hard for people to recognize you as something else. Plus, to try to get that name on social media nowadays is will be even hard. It's almost like when Snoop Dogg, after so many years of people calling him Snoop Dogg and shit, he was trying to come out and was like, yo, I want to be known as Snoop Lion. I'm like, I'm not calling you that. for 20 years, you've been known as Snoop Dogg, so that's what you're going to be. I am not calling you Snoop Lion. So, I definitely get where you're coming from. But, I mean, if it's I think it's a little different when, when you have it separated where
Mm.
your name is Anime4days and
Mm.
like Lucy. Like people can
It's so different.
disintegrate like, okay,
Yeah.
this is like your Jay-Z, Snoop Dogg type stage name. And then Lucy. But I don't, I don't see you. I think one of the things that you could do to help like blend them together is kind of like put your like actual name in your logo somehow.
Yeah, I was ever thinking about doing that at one point. But I was also thinking, I don't think I'm going to do it, but I was thinking maybe I should change my name to something like Lucy because that is my name. But Anime4days just is part of it, man. It's part of the journey. It's been part of my journey for so long. I don't want to get rid of it. But yeah.
No, I feel that. So was that like the first name you thought of, or was there other options, or was it just kind of like, all right, this is it, this works, I'm just rolling with it?
I think it's because I was trying to transition from YouTube to Twitch, and I was like, well, the best way someone's going to find me if they want to watch me edit would be to have the same name. So that's literally why, and that's the reason.
You're
and I guess, and really, why is that?
Because like when I became a VTuber and I started transitioning from YouTube to to Twitch, I changed my name completely. Like
really,
the name I started with on YouTube is completely different. But you're gonna have to tune in for the next episode.
Oh, yo,
next one. This is the Lucy episode, not the Kentina
episode. Yeah, I have to go next episode for Kenty. Stay tuned. Stay freaking tuned.
Stay freaking tuned. But yeah, no, I think it's really cute. I think, keeping that originality so people can, like, if they did know you from the past, doing AMVs and stuff, and, getting into that, like, rhythm of knowing you and transitioning, I think it kind of helped, honestly, because your name is easy to say, Anime4days, it rolls off the tongue, and it doesn't have, like, that, number curse, where...
I don't know. Sometimes it sounds a bit, I guess, understand why people might might seem a bit weird, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because it's like even though it has a number in between it, it doesn't. It's part of the name. It's not like Anime4days 765432. Like it's like it's a staple. Like it's a play on words. You put the 4 because it's the number. It's the word 4. So like it worked, and I think it's really cute.
Kenty's such a cutie.
No,
Kenty's
stop
such
it.
a freaking
cute. Not me. Stop
I'm sorry, I
can't help it. You stop it right now. This is about you. So other things that I wanted to ask before we get into like the nitty gritty about VTubers, I want to know a little bit about like your background of like, not like your true background, but like your Anime4days before Twitch background. So like when you were in the process of like doing AMVs and stuff, like what programs did you use? Like what was like your favorite videos to edit? What was your favorite like what do you think was like your most successful AMVs at the time? Like break me down on your process. Because when I found out that I met another person who comes from the AMV background, because that's how I got my start too. So it was very fascinating, like, oh my god, I gotta be friends with this person. Because I'm
we have to be friends. We have to be. Not allowed otherwise.
Like, I have to. Like, man, she's so cool.
No. But no, God, where do I start? I think like I said, I started my YouTube channel in like 2015, and I still got my first AMV up. I didn't want to take it down. It's absolute complete shit. However, I wanted to keep it up. I wanted to keep it up because of like nostalgic reasons. So everyone, please don't go watch it. I know you probably want to, but don't do it. I promise.
If you don't say the name, then people won't be able to find it.
Oh, big brain. I was actually speaking to someone about this the other day. It's really weird to have people going, oh my God, I grew up watching your AMVs. It's really weird. It's really fucking weird. People, literally, someone said to me the other day, they're like, oh my God, I noticed you from somewhere. They're like, oh, from YouTube. And I'm like, that's really weird. Really weird to think about that someone like actually grew up watching or listening to your AMVs. It's really strange. It's like in the best possible way. Because I was doing it for a very long time. It's because I think I not first got into anime, but I was like wanting to express myself liking anime, and I thought, okay, this is a good way of actually doing it.
in
And
a
that's
very
how I
creative
first
way. Right,
yeah,
yeah. No,
when I
I
got
get
into
it.
editing, I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll edit." And the more I edited, the more I wanted to get better. The longer AMVs, I swear, I think at first I was just putting pictures of bits of video together. But like as I was getting into it, I was like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna try and make this into like a story and make it a like that's definitely why I think when I first when I got into what is it when I first
AMVs.
getting into it, it took longer for me to do like a longer video because I was working and I wanted it to be perfection, which wasn't like
Perfection.
I know I wanted it to be like
Stardust.
I wanted it to be perfect, and that I guess that's why I was so slow at the end, and I haven't made any since, sadly, because I've been focusing on my not YouTube, on my VTube like career, if you could say. But yeah, I think obviously my most popular one, I can have a look actually. Like, I think my most popular one, which I actually hate,
Uh-huh.
is called Rise. It got 25 million views, which is actually insane.
Jeez, that's a testament for like, was that just over time, or is that just like in the span of you
Oh
doing your
god,
AMVs?
that's over time. That's like five freaking hell. That was 5 years ago. What the hell? I released it 5 years ago, but since then it's had 25 million views, which is
That could
crap.
you imagine? Like back in the day, that seemed impossible. That seemed
Bro.
impossible. I mean, it's still a lot of views, which is a testament to just good AMVs.
Yeah,
But just like I remember like back in the day, just trying to get 50 views was
that
like
is true.
a
Yeah.
lot. It was
I
like,
think
oh my god.
I think it's because AMVs became really popular around like
The
that time.
2000s.
Then I don't know if
Yeah.
they're as popular anymore, are they? Are they? I don't really know.
I
I don't
mean,
think they
I would
are.
say there's still a niche for it, but I don't think people
Yeah.
I don't see them on the main timeline unless I go for them.
No.
Especially because
Mm.
YouTube kind of killed the AMVs because
Yeah,
they
you
were
did.
copyrighting stuff and everything. Well, not
Yeah.
really YouTube, but the companies
Mm.
would copyright AMVs and stuff. So it's like you put all this time
Oh
into
god.
making a video, and then it
Mm.
gets copyrighted or it gets taken down. So it's
Don't get
like,
me fucking started. I worked on a video. I think I worked on an AMV one time, and then I was like copyright. I was like, huh? I was like trying to.
I know.
I was
I
looking.
feel that.
Oh, I was
I
so upset. I was
feel
like, I'm
that.
finding a way I can put this on YouTube because it's. I swear to God, I swear. But I found that I think what I did was found a cover of the song, even though it's just like it doesn't sound as good. I was like, I'm putting this out there because it took too long to like edit. I'm gonna have to do it
How did
somehow.
you find your clips for you finding like the
Ooh,
anime you wanted? Because
um,
back in the day, we didn't have
yeah,
sources to find
that's
anime right
true.
away, so you had to find like a back vote to get these good clips. So
I
what did
think
you do?
at first I think I went onto YouTube and I got clips literally from the actual show. That's how I did
Mm-hmm.
it. And then
Mm-hmm.
in the end, I downloaded the episodes of anime, and that's
Mm-hmm.
how I did it. But yeah, literally at first it'd literally just be clips on YouTube or wherever clips I could find, basically from these shows, and then put
Yeah,
it together.
I remember one time I found like a gold
Mm,
mine of like this long. I would say it was like an AMV, but it was like no one didn't really edit it like an AMV.
yeah.
They just put it to like the song and stuff, and it had
Mhm.
like Naruto in it. It had Bleach clips. It had Inuyasha clips and stuff
Oh
like
my
that. And I was
god.
like, man, this is a gold mine. I ended up
You're like,
downloading it,
hello.
and I used that for so many different like AMVs. And like I tried to get as much as I can
Yeah.
from it.
Oh my
I felt like
god.
a pirate, but like I changed it into like something gold. So like,
Yes, that's so good though, because yeah, it was quite hard to, especially if you're watching anime. I used to watch it on YouTube sometimes. I did.
mm,
Oh my god, mate. I speak to people now, and they're like, "You used to watch anime on YouTube?" I was like, "Look,
yeah, at
it
one
was
point
different,
it was
okay."
different back in the day, man. The
But no,
day
it
that
was
YouTube changed was
yeah.
like 2009. That's when the copyright system came into play.
But yeah, I used to watch some of it on YouTube. I used to like in parts as well. One episode would be like 5 different goddamn parts. Oh my god.
That's so
So,
cute.
oh my
What
god.
was your favorite animes to like make videos to?
Ooh.
Like If you had like,
You know what? I don't know why, but I used to just like, I know a lot of my AMVs are very sad AMVs. And I was like, damn, I must have been going through something back like 5 years ago. Jesus.
I
There's
mean,
even like,
sometimes you just find your rhythm and your theme that
yeah.
just matches you, you know?
But yeah, I used to, God, I want to make, and I actually do really, this time I really do want to make an AMV because I just miss making one just for the fun of it.
Same, actually. Same.
Yeah, to be fair, me and Canty, I mean, that'd be pretty snazzy if we made an AMV together. That'd be
I
pretty cool.
think that would be such an honor, actually.
Hey, yo.
Mixing different styles. You remember MEP's multi
editing
productions?
Yes.
And like those were some of my favorite. And then like eventually, after like the AMVs used to get real big, you had your different groups and stuff. I mean, I remember the one I do remember fondly is Yes, which was like Young Emperor's Studios or something like that. And I thought that was just so cool how they like had like these abbreviations, how it was like a word, like a long word, but it came down to one word. And there's just these group of people that would just come together and make AMVs together. I don't know if you've seen that type of like those type of channels before, but like that's kind of how I started to get into like the group collabs of AMVs and stuff like that.
Yeah, because I used to do, what is it? You'd find inspiration. I'd always look at, I think a AMV place called Mad Studios or Mad Desire Studios or something.
Yes, they're still. I think they're still. I remember I've seen a couple of their AMVs before.
I want to see if they have it because I used to watch them and that would take me back. But their AMVs were so good. My tongue. Yeah, they still are. Oh my god! But they literally stopped. They literally made an announcement that they're not.
Cut. Yeah, it's not feasible anymore. It's not feasible to make AMVs anymore.
Yeah,
I mean,
it kind of sucks because oh god, it was so annoying when I literally just started streaming, I think, and I think I just hit what is it called 100K on my YouTube, and I was so gutted because I was working so hard like throughout my doing AMVs. I was like, oh my god, can you imagine me getting to 100K and getting that back?
Wrong. That for content that is technically stolen, they say.
No.
It's performative content. We're taking the content and making something new, but anime companies didn't see that.
I hated it because it's like it's not like I've not put any effort into it, like at all. I worked so hard on my YouTube channel, and for them to kind of just go, well, it wasn't real content anyway, and I'm like,
because and then what it was even more worse. It's like you had 3 guns at your head because you had YouTube like, look, man, we can't really do nothing for you, but we're going to shoot regardless. But then you had the music companies coming after you. Then you had the anime companies coming after you, and it's like, bro, come on, just let me. I just want to edit in peace, man. I just want to edit in peace.
You know, I also made like a comment. I think I got a couple of videos taken down. I think I never got a copyright strike though. I never did that. Because I was very, very careful. Very careful.
My channel got close to getting taken.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
But I had I had to go to its backup channel. But
but yeah, I think what was it I was gonna say, but then Scott sneeze. It distracted me. Scott sneezing. God damn it. But no, it was I loved it. I loved making AVs back then.
What programs did you use?
It's just a shame. I used at first, oh god, what did I think my first ever, let me just have a look.
Windows Movie Maker.
Yes! Actually, they were
if you're AV Maker, you know the travesty that is Windows Movie Maker.
It was called Via Video. I don't even know what that is. It's not even a program. And it has a massive like watermark at the bottom of the goddamn video.
Yeah, that takes me back. My God.
So that was fun. It looks absolute shit. But then I moved on to, I think, oh God, Video Studio. Fuck, I can't remember the name of it.
Sony Vegas?
No, that was the last one I worked on. So I like Sony Vegas. Sony Vegas is easy to get around for me. I still use it. I'm not going to lie. I love it still. I know I should be using, I tried to use, what is it called? Yeah, but I just don't like it. I don't like it.
See, school made me love it. Love it.
Really?
Yeah, they forced me to love it.
They're like, you have to do it, Kenty. You're not allowed to use anything else. Anything.
It's true, though. It's true. It's true. Okay, so that's how I know, like, you were really deep into it, like, of AMVs.
Yes.
Because if you, like, went through, like, the evolution of choosing your software to edit on and, like, the Sony Vegas days, especially because, like, Sony Vegas was hard to get back in the day. I mean, it's still hard to get nowadays, but so you had to, like, borrow it, wink, wink, and,
Yeah, guys, I borrowed it. Yeah,
we borrowed it because
we borrowed it. But we don't. We're not gonna give it back. So.
Especially that now. Especially that now.
Oh my god.
So okay, so you were doing AMVs for a while, and you were doing, like, once you transitioned to, like, the Sony Vegas era, did you work with anyone else on AMVs? Did you, like, do any, like, collabs that you're proud of? Did you have any struggles with it, like, working with other people? Like,
I'd always work, as in I was always be opening, like, do open, like, kind of collab, like, the MEPs a lot. I have a couple on my channel where people would join and, you know, we'd edit it together. I think some of them I've been really, really proud of. I think one of the recent ones I wasn't too fond of. I was too, like, controlling of what people could do and what people couldn't do.
I've had that before.
Yeah, and it kind of just seemed, like, unnatural to me. And I'm like, I should let people have more freedom with what they are creative with. Which I should have done. But I mean, other than all of my other ones are pretty good. I always used to love joining AMVs and MEPs. I love doing them. They were
tried
so
to join
fun.
as much as I could.
Yeah.
Like, just to get your name out there and stuff. Well, like, I mean, yours was Anime4days. Did you go, did anyone know you from anything else? Like, did you have a code name besides Anime4days?
No, everyone knew me. I guess I was like, every time I sometimes commented on, like, videos, I was like, oh my god, anime or Anime4days, something like that. I didn't get it often though, but people, it's really weird to, I mean, now I know people, I mean, I guess some people transition to my Twitch, not a lot, like, literally hardly any, like, out of them out of the 100K, literally probably under 10, no joke, under 10. That's literally
I mean,
it.
that makes sense. At the time, most people on YouTube didn't even like Twitch. So, like, it was hard to even get people to go on Twitch half the time. So I definitely understand that. Okay.
But I don't know. I think I kind of want to go back on that channel and, like, do a live just randomly one day. Just randomly, like, hi guys, welcome.
I say do it, you know. I feel like I kept telling you before that you already put the work and effort into making that channel the way it is. I don't see why you can't just already start posting edited videos of, like, your streams on there, you know?
I feel bad because it's not the content I curate on that channel, and I feel like
it's true. I definitely get where you're coming from.
I feel like it's so genuine. It's like the Mad Desire Studios, that AMV, like, I guess what we do, like, channel. Oh yeah, channel. It feel weird if they started posting random stuff, right? People, because that's what people, like, nostalgic for, like, the AMVs, and people still come back to my AMVs and be like, oh, I always come back. Like, I get weird. Sometimes I get weird comments still, but like, people come back to, like, AMV, really. But yeah, people come back and they're like, oh, I love coming back every, like, I don't know, year at some point and just watching it. And I'm like, I kind of want to stick to that, if that makes sense.
And I literally destroyed my current YouTube channel by doing
Oh no, really?
But again, you have to find that out next episode.
Oh, yo. Stay tuned.
Little shameless plug to get people to watch the next episode. As well. So like, after you got done with, like, the whole Anime4days editing AMV arc, what did you do after that? Like, was it immediately jump into Twitch, or was it like a break in between? Like, what did you do between the arcs of Anime4days on YouTube leading into Twitch? Like, because I mean, obviously VTuber wasn't a thing right away. So, like, what did you do between that?
That's true, actually. I used to edit on the side, but then I think in real life stuff happened, I think, and I was like, I was more focused on, I guess, getting a job, finishing college, which is different to university. I just point that out to my American friends. um, but I think I was so focused on that. And then when I went to uni, that's when I ran out of time to do actual editing. I ran out, like, I had no time. I was drinking half the time. I'm not going to lie to you. Sorry, friends that like my AMVs. I went out drinking.
I see. You was a party.
I went out drinking, okay?
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. You were just having a good time, you know? And
yeah,
you found a way to do it.
Oh, but yeah, I think I really wanted to, I think in my second year, that's when I was like, okay, I started editing again because I really want to get back into it.
Mm-hmm.
And I figured out, I was like, I guess what I could do, I mean, I had a Twitch and I watched some people sometimes. I used to watch mostly on Twitch, I used to watch mostly people who played League of Legends, and that's what I did. That's literally it. I didn't actually get and watch VTubers. I don't actually know how I got into the VTuber world because, like, I don't know, because I never watched VTubers. It's really strange because there must have been a reason or something.
Yeah, like that is I guess the next question a little bit later down the line. We'll get into it. But so like you would just watch a lot of League. Did you have any like favorite League players at the time? Or League streamers that you would watch? Or you
there was a couple. There was I don't think you would know any of the ones. I used to watch like Ross Boomsocks. I still watch him sometimes. What? Kenty just like
no idea who that is.
Shaking her head, going, yeah. Oh yeah, definitely that one.
I have no idea who that is.
But yeah, no, I used to just watch different League content creators, and I guess I thought, well, why can't I not do this with my editing? Why can't I not, you know, in my spare time, you know, do and talk to people as I edit? Because that's sometimes editing can be really, really lonely. Especially if you want to make it a job, it's very lonely. You're just in your room or in a room on your own half the time, and
constantly
just
watching the same clips over and over again.
Yep, basically. So I thought, well, why don't I literally have people talk to me as I edit? Which in the end didn't work out because I just talk in the end instead of editing, which wasn't this is the problem. But it was really cool to see people coming into my chat and stuff. I wasn't very consistent at first, I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of just doing it off the bat randomly, random streams.
Was it what was your first stream like? Was it like, hey, do you even remember your first stream? Like how
I actually can't remember what it was like. Now I want to ask you the same questions, but I'm literally saving them for next time. I think I remember maybe a few people coming in, maybe not everyone. Obviously, it was really hard and I was very nervous. I was like nervous to speak to myself, if that makes sense. It felt really strange.
No, I feel that. You're afraid to kind of like be yourself because you didn't know what to expect. Yeah, no, I get it.
I was like, I'm like, right, I'm speaking to myself because literally no one's here, right? And I guess that's a tricky part about it. I think I could do it quite easily because I just ramble on and on about stuff. But at first I was quite nervous. But then it started to become really natural. I mean, even if people are not in the chat and I've always been able to like speak and just vibe, I suppose. But yeah, I think then
because you have enjoyable rambling. Like there's other people who have rambling that's just kind of like, okay. But you have like an enjoyable.
No, sometimes I just go on about random stuff and they're like, excuse me, Lucy, what are you on about? Shut up.
But it's entertaining though at the same time.
But I think I can't remember exactly when I first was like, okay, I think what I might do is maybe play some games on streaming. It was really hard though for me at the time because I was on my laptop and oh my God, having V-Roy Studio as well as like anything else up, I swear to God, it killed my stream. I swear.
It was like you were running on like McDonald's network while trying to do sweeping and like all kinds of other junk.
I swear to God, I was like, it was so hard because in the end I was going obviously for a PNG if I was going to play some games, but it was still almost like, oh my God. I just wanted it to work. I was like,
but you did it though. You did it. You did it.
But sometimes now, if you look back though at some of the stuff, I mean, my first ever game was Doki Doki Literature Club, and you can see my model. It just doesn't. I don't know. It just doesn't like move really properly. And I guess that's.
Was you a PNG or did you have like
No,
your
I had a model. I had a model at the time.
So when you got it, okay, I guess we could just ask this like now, like so I guess since we're here. So like when you first discovered VTubing, like where was you at in the moment, like when you heard of it and like seeing it pop off and you're like, damn, I want to do that. I want to get into that. And like what's the inspiration behind your character in general? Like did it start as I know this is a sore topic for you. Did it start as a Miku character? Or was it always just like your own character?
No, it was never ever. It was never meant to be close or resemble Miku, like ever. I promise that. It was actually meant to resemble a camera, hello, not a camera. It was meant to resemble like or look like a similar type so people would understand and know that was me. Because obviously I wanted to link it to my YouTube, meaning, oh, okay, I want a character that looks like my what's it called?
Profile picture.
I guess, yeah, profile picture. So I went with, what's her name? Oh my god, I don't even know what her name is. But it's the girl with the blue hair. She's from, if you don't know if you've seen on Anime4days, but like the profile picture is of, or the banner is of the girl. I wonder if I can show you a picture. I don't even know if you know what who it is. She's from like Melancholy of Fudge. See, I don't even know.
I think I know what you're talking about. I've never seen that anime, but I do know what you're talking about. She has like a red hood and like
no, blue.
No?
There you go. Anime. This is how I found out. The thing is, I don't even know why I used her. I think I found her and I was like, well, I guess I'll use her as a mascot, I suppose. And it just stuck. So I wanted to have like a similar look to her.
Oh, her. I'm not even lying. I thought this was Miku. The profile picture, I thought it was Miku. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't know who it is initially, but I was like, oh, it kind of looks like Miku, so I guess.
Yeah, this was meant to be like, wait, hold on, wait. God, what's her name? I can't even remember her name. Anyway, but yeah, it's not meant to be Miku. But I know it looks a lot like Miku because of the hair color, right? I guess I never really thought about that. And then when I started getting people going, oh, are you Miku? I was like, no, but I guess thank you. I don't really know. The design, because I first started off with a random outfit. I wonder if I have it. Oh shit, I have it on my laptop though. I'll have to send it to you one day when I get my laptop back. But it was a random outfit of like me in a skirt and like maybe like a flowery top or something like that. No one's seen it, I don't think, unless they're like really OGs of the channel. People really don't remember.
I'm on that. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't.
No, yeah, no one's probably ever seen it. But yeah, I think I started off with that and I was like, no, I kind of want to go with like a theme. And I wanted to go with like the cyber theme because the character that I was like, took inspiration from. Yeah. Was kind of cyber themed, and that's why I wanted to go with a cyber girl. I never obviously ever wanted. I never made a what is it called, a law or anything ever until like I actually got my other this model basically. But yeah, I kind of just went randomly. They're like, "What are you meant to be?" I was like, "I don't know. I'm just human. I'm just a model."
I just kind of made shit up as it went.
I just made shit up, basically.
And it somehow fucking worked.
Yeah. But it was I don't know how I made up my model. I think I've obviously had help with my model from my mama, my VTuber mama. She did an amazing job. Obviously I had the references from my last model and stuff like that. But I wanted to go with like just little small touches that were different. I did want to keep the blue hair though, even though like, yeah, I do get a lot of references from Miku. I get a lot of Eula now. I do. I get
from Freedom, I think.
No, from Genshin. Who's her name? Eula? Eula?
Oh, I don't see it. I don't see that one.
No,
I don't see that. I don't see that one
at all. I don't see it.
That's a little bit of a stretch, I think.
Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, bang.
Eula, no, and I use Eula. No, I don't see Eula. That's like one of my main team members.
Someone was on my. I think we spoke about this before as well. Someone thought I was. Was it Edef? He's deaf. I don't know what
Yes,
name.
that's what I thought you were talking about at first.
I
He's
think
deaf.
I understand. I guess it's just the
The long hair.
blue long hair, and
I
yeah,
feels
it's
like
like
all
wow,
blue
what
hair
a
characters
job.
look alike. I mean,
I know.
all those blue hair characters. Why you guys look alike? What do you got something so featured?
God damn it, man. We are the same. We're all one person.
You're
all
all just one
same
person.
Yeah.
Pretending to be different characters. How dare you?
Oh my god.
But
Yeah. Oh
so like
god.
when you heard of VTubing, like who's the first VTuber you saw to make you be like, oh, I want to do that?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I actually can't remember. I am so forgetful. It's actually
fair.
However, I do remember when I first got into like VTubing. I do remember Kenty. You were one of the first people.
Stop
I
it!
really
Stop that right now! Stop
What?
that right now!
I'm just saying. Literally, man. Literally, Kenty raided me, and I was like, "Oh my god, I've been raided! Oh my god!" And yeah, Kenty. That's how I met Kenty, and Kenty was such a cutie patootie.
No, stop it.
Now we're best friends.
This is best friends. I love you so much. The thing is, I don't even know what drew me to raid you. I'm gonna. I mean, you were cute.
You told me. No, you told me because I look like Miku. That was the reason.
I didn't want to say that out loud. I want to keep that between us. Why is that the one thing you remember?
That's the one thing I remember.
It's true. But I didn't want to say it out loud. It's true though. I did think you like Miku, which is cute. Which, to be fair, I love Miku. I mean, she's not my main waifu anymore. Rim kind of took that over, but she's still my waifu. I have a whole Miku like shrine behind me as we speak.
Oh my god!
So I was like, dang, she has inspiration from Miku. I'm gonna rate her. She seems cool. And I was just in there chilling. And I just saw how sweet and cool you were. I think at the time you were playing like online bonus games, I think. You were like playing I think you were playing Uno.
Cheap. I was fucking cheap.
No, I wouldn't say that. I would say that you were just being very innovative. Because it was definitely games I do you want me to be harsh? I could never be harsh to you. Unless it's about memes. I could definitely meme you all day. But yeah, I was just like, oh, she seems chill. And then we started talking about AMVs. And I think one day you were talking about AMVs. And then just the rest was history after that.
God, I don't know. Wait, when did we start like properly like talking though? That sounds like we're dating. It's not. I
think it was like we started hanging out, like we would like raid each other off and on.
Yeah.
And then I think our first official like hangout was Arcane.
Was it? Really?
Yeah, I think maybe either it was like Genshin started to come out and we started talking about Genshin. But I don't think we ever yet to collab on Genshin yet, which we need to do. It feels like that's a game that we talk about all the time. We still haven't done that.
Talk about it all the time. Oh my god.
But I think because it was our first date, like our first Arcane date that we had. Unless it was the League of Legends streams, but I think that came after.
Wait, really? I thought it was before. Now I'm confused. I swear.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't know either.
It feels like we've been friends for so long.
I know. Actually insane though how long.
It had to be either one of those two. Either the League of Legends streams or no. What was it?
Thinking. Oh.
I don't know. Was it either the birth? No, not the. It wasn't my birthday stream.
Hello?
My birthday stream where we were playing crab game.
I was so confused. You should have finished that sentence. Like birthing? Excuse me.
Yeah, I mean we were birthed in the same hospital, but that's how we became friends. No, I think it was the crab game on my birthday.
Oh, it's so funny. Oh, that was hilarious, man.
Where you betrayed me. You betrayed my trust and my heart.
Oh my god, it was just an amazing clip. I love it. I'm gonna have to go watch it after this now. I'm gonna have to. But Kenzie's literally like, we're playing crab game, and I think I stab her in the back. I'm not really sure. I can't remember.
I did. I was so heartbroken. I was just flabbergasted. I'm like, wait, Lucy, we can like trade the hat off on each other. We can like, play the odd games, and we can just trade off. When you're down, I can trade. And she was just like, nope. So bye. I'm trying to not die. I'm like, I was just like, why, Lucy? Like, why would you do this?
I was laughing so much. It was hilarious. Oh my god.
I was betrayed so much in that stream. It was on my birthday too.
Everyone was just stabbing you in the back. What is this? Obviously, I would never. It was never me. It was actually an imposter. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Miku, right?
Yeah, it was me. It's always Miku. Oh,
but okay, so you figure out what VTubing is.
Yeah.
And then you go to your mama and be like, hey, I want to be a VTuber. I want to create this character. Yeah. And like, you get your character. And what was the journey like from that point?
I don't know what the journey was. I can't remember. Well, I do remember it. And I was like, oh, okay. I always thought about, I should maybe stick to a 2D or a 3D. And I was like, oh no, I really do want to get a 2D. And I was like, fuck me, it's expensive for a start. And well, what I thought at the time was expensive was like £100 or for a model for like, and I was like, oh my god, that's so expensive. But now I go and spend a ridiculous amount on my model now. But back then I had no clue. I had no clue what it was. But I think it was quite fun. I never did a debut or anything. I kind of just showed up to stream going, hi, this is me now. Hi guys, and that's just what I did.
Same thing.
Yeah. But I definitely am glad that I did a debut, because I never did a debut per se for my other models. But yeah, no, it was quite fun. I don't remember it. It was never really stressful because obviously I never had a timeline or a deadline, to get it done. I was like just chilling at the time. I'm glad
What are some things that you did then that you wouldn't do now? Obviously doing it for a lot longer.
What, with my model or what I do?
How would you start your streams before that you wouldn't do now? I guess you could say. If you can remember. Obviously, that was a long time ago.
Yeah. Wait, these make me sound old. Oh my god.
You're such a boomer now. Oh my goodness. I guess I could say that for the next question, but like, I was gonna.
Can you ask me if I'm a boomer? What is this?
No! I mean, in a way, I'm gonna ask what does it feel like to be a boomer? But like, it's gonna be a more like classy question.
Wow. Okay. Digging herself a hole. Is this? I'm gonna ask next stream, or our next podcast. Kenty, why are you such a boomer?
Stop it! I am a boomer though.
No, you're not. Okay. But no, I think what would I do differently? I think I would want to be straight up honest about my relationship with Scott right from the beginning. But then again, I can't really change that. I think it's at first I wanted to keep it a secret just because that's quite private. But in the end, I wanted to be open about it because I'd get weird guys being weird. And I was like, this feels very strange and I don't want it.
Right.
Not interested, good sir. And once I was open, I mean, obviously people do stick around. I was scared people wouldn't because of that reason.
I feel people who truly like you will stick around.
Yeah.
Do you think that you got more people who will stick around because of that? And then,
I think obviously some people will leave if they find out I have a boyfriend. I think people have. I think people have anyway,
Good.
Honestly.
You don't need them. Goodbye. Sorry. Goodbye. We don't need you.
No, I think the people have stuck around. They've brought Scott into the streams, even though he doesn't want to be in them. He doesn't want to be involved, but like they're bringing him into it, and they know he's there.
Do you have
if
a
that makes
Scott
sense.
redeem? Like
A Scott redeem. Too fair though. I do really want a Scott redeem. I need to convince him though. I do need to convince him.
I mean, it doesn't have to be anything crazy. You could just be like, say hi to Scott if they hear him. Like, hi, Scott.
Oh my god, that's actually a really good one. That's actually big brain.
That's what I
very
say
big
when I
brain.
hear him. I say hi, Scott.
That is true. That is true. I'm gonna do that now. I'm gonna convince him. I'm telling him.
Just like you're trying to convince him to get a cat.
Yeah, that's not working out.
One day you're just gonna show up. It's like, hey, I want to know if people can like have a redeem for you. So whenever they hear you in the background, and they be like, hey, Scott, how you doing? Also, I'm getting a cat. Okay, cool, sweet.
Oh yeah, by the way, I've got a cat. Bye. Oh my god. Yeah, I think that's the only thing I'd probably do different. I think maybe even now I need to be more like, what's the word? I guess more honest. I am honest. I'm very honest, but in the sense of if someone does something wrong, I'll pretend it doesn't exist. Which is just
I feel like you're just more stern. Like you know you won't take that shit. Like cause you don't have to, I guess you could say, take people's shit just to be successful as a streamer. I guess you could say. So
yeah, I agree.
What is there some things that you think that you have learned versus versus when you first started? Like building a community. So like I guess you could say when it comes to building a community, what would you say? Give advice to people who are trying to build a community today.
It takes a while.
I come out with the good questions. I'm an interviewer around here, man.
Oh my god, I was not prepared. Oh my god. It's really tricky to build a community. I think, especially especially on different platforms. Different platforms have different, I guess, communities. I would say that like. Twitter is a lot different to Discord. Discord is obviously going to be your community, but it takes a while for it to build up, especially if you're expecting a lot of traffic or a lot of talking within that Discord, because I think it took me maybe about 5 months for people to actually like maybe just get going and talking. I've had people ask me, going, how do you have such an active Discord? I don't think it's as active as others.
I would say it is.
Really? Okay.
But I will say also someone who's honest with you that it definitely took you a while to get to that point. I would say that it just started recently popping out.
Yeah. It takes a while. Like, and I think you just have to keep having people come in, you interacting with them, having, movie nights or game nights with your community. Because like obviously some people will appreciate them. Obviously, sometimes you're not going to have a lot of people show up, but there might be that 1 or 2 people that will show up, and it really does, it really does count, honestly. Was
it one of your goals to have an open, active Discord? Because some people have more of a closed off Discord that's 18 and plus, like mine, or ones that's like specifically like if you follow or you subscribe, then you get let into the Discord or through Patreon and stuff. What made you want to have a more like open Discord? Was it because of that freedom?
Yeah, I think I wanted people who I didn't want people not to be able to join just because they don't have the money to like support me, if that makes sense.
Right.
I want everyone to do it, even if like they are not 18. Like I think sometimes I do think I'm like, okay, maybe it would have been good if I do have like over 18. However, I don't know. It's not like I don't want to start. I just, don't get me wrong, I don't want like very, very underage. That's just a big fat no for me.
Yeah,
but I do want everyone's just very nice in there, and they are very supportive, and they're very, I don't know, just respectful of each other, which I like. That's what I wanted. I want a respectful community of each other and to me, because I'll do that. Obviously, I'm very respectful back. I'm not gonna be rude or whatever. But yeah, I wanted everyone to join. I think I'm getting very, very close to 500 members, which is insane.
I know. I'm so
it's kind of insane. I was like, when the fuck did I get here?
That's what I was going to ask. I guess following up is that, do you think you'll keep that same mindset of having this open Discord as you get to continue to grow and you get more people? Because, I mean, you're getting close to 4K followers.
That's insane.
I know, right? So like, do you think you'll keep that same mindset of keeping an open Discord? Because one of the things that makes me have an 18 plus, I have thought about, and I am considering doing a more open Discord.
Yeah.
However, the risk of someone underage getting in there
Yeah.
and conversating with, adults where they shouldn't be, because we have nothing in common. We don't have anything in common, like on an adult conversation level, And the stories that I heard about, discords of people, like not even if it's just a creator, but someone talking to underage, just people in a Discord, and it because it's your Discord, you're responsible for it.
I know, that's the scary part.
I never want to deal with that, so I'm like, I'm just gonna make it 18 plus, and you have to like we have to verify that you're 18.
Yeah,
and like it's nothing against you. I get it. It's not your fault. It's just how the world works. It's almost like a big brother, big sister type of situation. I didn't get the chance to go with my big brother or sister to places because they were going to adult places. It's just how it works. And but
I do agree. I do definitely agree, because I think there's times where, one, I don't mind talking to people who obviously are underage, but it's not in the sense of like that's why I don't want to talk to underage viewers one-on-one, if that makes sense. If it's just like in DMs, because it just feels a bit
it feels odd.
It feels odd, and I only ever do that if they need like help with something in the server or with the stream, or just I don't know, something like recently with like the what's it called, the merch, sorting that shit out. But I would normally just the server is just quite wholesome. No one's ever done anything. I've got rid of the Zhongli appreciation because that might have been too spicy.
I noticed that.
I got rid of it.
I did notice that.
As much as I love Zhongli, I got rid of it. I'm very sorry, lads. Very sorry.
I keep, like I said, an 18 over plus Discord for myself because I'm a little bit more lewd than most VTubers. And I'm protecting them from me because I know I don't really have that much of a filter. Like, I try to, but like I try to, but I just can't. It's just how I'm freely just being me, And so like I try to keep the spaces like that. But when it comes to, as you're saying, building a community, it takes that community to come together to make that happen. And it feels like because it's more 18 plus and people got things to do, it's not able to like grow the way it's supposed to. Because the one saying that I always say is that a leader is part of the community, but it takes more than the leader to build a community. It takes the community, the trust, the love, and building that community to make the community. And I'm always trying to find, or I'm trying to look at other people doing innovative things with that. So I just want to know what your process is. Like, do you have a process now versus when you first started? That like what do you do to make your community thrive with you? If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. I'm just it's kind of, I don't know how you'd, in a sense, I guess you could say I'm quite lucky with my community. My community is very welcoming, especially to new people. I guess it's because you're setting boundaries, right? You're setting boundaries with the viewer, and you're setting an example of what you want this kind of community to be. And I think people understand that. Hopefully that's what I'm trying to get across. I think it also takes time. That's the main thing, right?
It just takes
a lot. It does take so much time. When I think the problem is as well, at first I would never speak in the Discord myself. And obviously you need to speak in the Discord so others can speak as well, because even if it's just the same conversations, I always have the same conversations, but it's always good as well to have that there, because having a Discord I think is really helpful, because people who really want to go watch you and people who want to watch it on streaming will be there for you because they want to
Right.
know when you're going to be live or when you're going to, what you're doing in your spare time or whatever, right?
They want to know everything about you. They want to know what you're doing, what
exactly.
you're in, what things you say on stream and off stream. You know, they're there for you.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, they want to be part of the community, but they are there
Yeah.
for you. So yeah, no, I
Yeah,
get
I
it.
think I guess you could say the same for like Twitter, right? Because people are
Mm.
there to see what you're doing in your pastime instead of just streaming, right?
But I think
yeah,
there's
no.
a kind of a difference when it comes to Twitter and like Discord. Like they're
Oh, yeah,
pretty
it's quite
essentially the
different.
same
Yeah.
thing. However, when it comes to Twitter, it's more of an open Discord. Like they're there for
Yes.
you, but then they
Yeah.
get sidetracked to like
Mm.
all these other people that's on Twitter as well. But when it's your
Exactly.
Discord,
Yeah.
they're only there for one reason. That's for you. You know, to see what
Yeah.
evolved around Anime4days. Are you
Yeah, it's
actually Anime4days?
I guess it's also too. It's really nice to have people within the community interact with each other and get to know each other more and become friends, which is really really nice to see and get to know each other. Like, for example, like Cherry, like obviously she was a viewer, but now she's my mod and we've become really good friends.
Same.
And it's really nice to
shout out to Cherry if you're listening.
Yeah, shout out to Cherry. But yeah, honestly, just meeting like these amazing people and getting to know them, it's really cool. It's really nice. I think getting to know your community, that's definitely one a good thing, like good soup. Yeah, good soup.
So what is like one, I say, good thing that you love about being part of a community, and like one bad thing that you like hate?
One bad thing. Oh,
it doesn't have to be anything crazy, but like one thing that you I guess you would advise someone else to not do. I guess you could say.
ooh. I guess if you're toxic, I think what the thing is, the community's kind of basing it off you. So if you're nice and you're kind, you're respectful, all that, they'll do that. But if you're not that and you're a little bit toxic or whatever, they're going to be like that too. Right? They're just reflecting it off you. So I think it's just the way you act will help and the way you treat them. I think I've said that, but like, yeah, I don't know what anyone else, I don't know, because I've never really had anything bad within my community ever, I don't think. So I wouldn't know what to say.
I guess to rephrase the question, I guess. So if someone was starting out as a VTuber, right?
Okay.
Would you recommend them do a Discord right away, or is it something that you think you should wait?
Actually, that's a good question. I guess I would wait a little bit. If they're starting just out, like literally just starting, even if it's just waiting a month, going, hey guys, I now have a Discord so we can like, talk. I think building up that community, and then even if it's just, I don't know, a week or a couple, just a little bit of time, so your community builds up, right? Or I mean, everyone's different though, right? Everyone's different. I didn't start up a Discord until like a couple of months, honestly, after I started, because that's when I started building up my community. I didn't do it straight away. I definitely didn't do it straight away, that's for sure. But obviously everyone is different. Everyone wants to do stuff differently, and that's perfectly fine. I don't know. It's tricky. It's a tricky question. You asked the question, Kenty.
I try, and these are all just off the top of their
These
head.
are good. Kenty's becoming Kenty's just going to be doing interviews all the time with VTubers now. This is literally what it's going to be.
I did think about doing something like that before.
Really?
Yeah, but then we started the podcast, so I didn't have to do it. Like, if we didn't do the podcast, I was eventually going to do something like that.
Really? You should do it on your channel anyway. That would be really cool to watch. Like,
I mean, yes, I think that would be cool to do, but I think it would also be kind of redundant because I like the podcast, the scene that we have now, and I would rather just them come on Tokumei podcast so we both can interview them. And,
that's true. That is true. I guess
just having that other, and plus, I guess Melody, she already does something like that already. She kind of does that something like that already. And for me, I don't like to like copy, even though I guess it wouldn't be copying, it'd kind of be doing my own thing, but it's still like someone's already doing it. So I wouldn't want to do it at the same either, I
guess so. I kind of get what you mean. But yeah, no, Yeah, no, I do get what you mean. But yeah, I do. I mean, to be fair, me and Kenty, we should do more interviews with other people.
Yes,
That would be
yes.
sick. Hopefully, me and Kenty can have a speak about it and see who we can get on. But if you have anyone you want to suggest, lads, let us know on
Yes,
Twitter
I
or
would
on
love
stream.
that. I would
We'd
love
love to
that.
have different suggestions of who. Obviously, realistic suggestions.
Right. Honestly,
Realistic,
we
lads.
can't get
Realistic.
our mouse on the podcast
Yeah,
ASAP
I was gonna
anytime
say.
soon, because that would be a dream. I don't even know
That
how
would
to
be
even.
amazing, right?
I
That
don't
would
even
be
know how to
insane.
prepare for that.
I'd be like, but yeah, yeah, no.
But yeah, no. One of the things that I would say I kind of regret the first
Mm,
time, not to make this the derail from the reason why we're here for this episode, but I think the one thing that I regretted about our first time doing a deep dive is that
mm.
I feels like we didn't really ask a lot of the hard questions for
That's
Ayla when we
true.
were
Yeah.
doing it,
Mm,
and like there were
mm.
certain questions I wanted to ask, like now how I'm asking you these questions that I wish we
Yeah.
could have done. Now we always
Mm.
could bring her back. I would love to have Ayla back
Oh yeah,
again,
definitely.
but so
Mm, mm,
I'm
mm.
always trying to learn from what we've done previously
Yeah,
and kind of
definitely. I
evolve
can't
from
wait
it.
to interview others and ask these like very hard questions because some of these, I guess, are kind of tricky to answer, especially because
Mm.
I've got like my brain is very smooth brain, and I forget everything. I swear to God.
But you have a
It was
cute,
because
smooth
I think
brain.
it's because I never got into VTubing by watching other VTubers, which I know a lot of people do. So
I mean,
I just felt forgetful. I
and
think
you
that's
didn't.
why.
I mean, you watched League of Legends streams, but you didn't watch other streamers at all. Like
No,
you didn't ever like
no.
was on
I
Twitch at all.
don't know how I did it. Maybe I don't really know. I guess once I started streaming, I then found. Did I ever do it without a model at first?
Mm.
I must have, and then I must have saw like a streamer or a VTuber, right? I don't really know. God, I can't remember, but there was no specific person I was watching. I guess I just saw it as a category and I was like, huh, this is cool. That means I
Uh,
don't have to show my face. That's pretty snazzy, huh?
you don't have to put on makeup every day.
I
God
was, to
dang
be
it.
fair though, I was at one point, I was gonna be a flesh tuber. I was gonna be just a streamer.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I was gonna do it. I was gonna just be a streamer in the end, but and then I decided nah, only
Yeah.
because I was really lazy and I
I
couldn't be
did
bothered to
a
do my
few
makeup.
flesh streams before.
Really?
Like
Hey,
before I became a
yo, what the
VTuber.
hell? Let's go.
But you'll never see those again. Ever.
Never
You'll never
ever,
see that.
Kat. Never ever.
But yeah, no, so I guess one of the things I want to ask as well,
Mhm.
how do you adapt now as a VTuber? Like what is like your normal routine? Like how do you come up with the things you're gonna do? How do you come up with like new
Yeah.
innovative things to do? What drives you to be better than the you from yesterday? You know?
Hmm. I guess I always want to like always be better or I wanna strive to do stuff that will get me like known or I don't know, just stuff I want to do. I mean, there's just a lot of stuff that I try to do differently. Like I do TikToks. I'm hoping
Mm-hmm.
now I've started doing video. Well, I'm going to start editing videos for my YouTube channel. I
Mm-hmm.
just want to work hard to the point where I'm everywhere. Miku apparently is everywhere now. So yeah. I think the tricky thing is though, I try and change up the games. I try. Okay, it's
Mm,
not working, but I try to play games and I try to stick to the games that people like the most. I guess, as well as me. Otherwise, it wouldn't be any point.
right.
People, if I didn't like the game, I'm not gonna play it. Even if it's popular, like say like Elden Ring, I didn't like it as much, but I know it's popular. I'm not gonna play it. I just don't. I'm not liking it, you know.
No,
There's
I was the
obviously
same
some
way.
things but yeah, I think that's the reason. I think there's some games I did drop, but then again, I think that's just me moving on from that and just realizing, look, I've kind of grown from there and I'm just gonna do other stuff now. I might come back to it in the future, but for now, I'm just gonna do other stuff. I think it's,
'Cause I
hmm,
think, it's definitely a lot harder to be a variety
yeah.
streamer because,
Oh,
like,
yeah, definitely.
when you're
Mm.
doing variety streams, you're always kind of finding new audience to like
Oh,
actually
yeah,
want to
definitely.
watch you
Yeah,
play this certain game that probably they don't have anything
yeah.
care to watch you do. So
Oh
like
yeah,
it's
definitely.
it's so much like more work that goes into doing variety. But I do
Especially,
feel
yeah, I agree with completely, honestly. Especially with because you like you just said, it's different viewers, right? They're gonna
mm,
come there for you if they wanna. Well, I know some of my viewers will just come to certain streams if
just for
they like
you.
Genshin. Well, oh, I was gonna.
Oh.
I was gonna say, if it's like Genshin, Kenji's like, just for you, and I'm like, no, just for Genshin. No, but obviously, I know some people do come by if they don't like it. If they don't like Genshin, they'll come by and watch me for me. But I do know that others will come by if they just like Genshin or they just like Apex, which is fair enough. If they don't like it, then they don't like it, right? But
uh,
I guess that's the thing is trying to find that balance, so everyone's happy as well as the streamer.
right.
So yeah,
See, I
which
think
is
it's
a
kind
difficult.
of bad to put
Hmm.
yourself in a box, like limit.
Oh,
Say like if you're like you
mm,
play Fortnite every single day, every single day,
yeah,
every single day, every single day. It's all Fortnite, and then you get that
yeah.
following around that Fortnite vibe, and
Oh,
then
yeah. Mm,
eventually you're like, man, I don't feel like playing Fortnite because I play it every day. I want to play, I don't
yeah.
know, Batman. Well, people are
Mm.
not there. Little Timmy is not there to see you play Fortnite. They're not there to see you play Batman. They're there to
Yeah.
see you play Fortnite and do all the cheap tricks with
Mm,
all your friends and stuff like that. And I feels like when you put yourself in a box like that, you're kind of
mm.
limiting yourself of the possibilities that you could
Yeah,
be experiencing.
definitely. I definitely
So
think that I guess why I always have different games on each. If within the week I'm streaming, I always have different games. I mean, I do sometimes accidentally maybe play some Apex at the end of that day, but it's fine.
so
Fine.
one thing I'm gonna add relate since
Yeah.
you did bring up Apex. So you have been playing a lot of Apex, and
Yeah.
I love you for it. I think it's an amazing game
Kenny's
because
gonna tell me they hate. Yeah,
no,
Kenny's gonna tell me.
no. I was gonna.
Oh my
I mean,
god,
I guess
why?
in something related to that is like I know obviously we read all comments.
Yeah,
People think we don't see the comments or the small little nuggets that people put out
the
there.
nuggets. I like that.
Um, but I know you have seen a little bit that people is like, oh, Lucy's
Mm.
addicted to Apex. Now,
Oh yeah.
how does that make you feel?
Um,
Honestly, like, is it something that you don't really think about too much? That you just like, oh, it's like fun little teasing,
it's fun
or
little teasing,
over time
but
does it be like, man, just let me play Apex in peace, man. I'm about to turn off my online thing so you don't even see that I'm playing Apex type,
I do get like messages like if I've been playing, they're like, "Oh, you're still playing?" And like, yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
bro.
I guess I'm so used to teasing now, especially with like VTubing. There's a lot
Uh,
of teasing. I get teased quite a lot, but I don't mind it too much. I think when it depends on what the teasing is. I
mm,
think like if it's I guess I go along with it though, so technically it's my fault.
right.
Technically it's what?
No, I just said right. I just right.
Oh, but yeah, no, I think sometimes maybe I should, if I don't like something. I mean, yeah, though. I mean, maybe I just don't pay attention to it too much. I think maybe sometimes I'm like, oh, okay, I don't know, I'm just me playing Genshin or whatever. I
Mm,
just vibing, I'm just
I'm
vibing.
just
Just
enjoying
let
my
me,
time off,
yeah,
man. Let me
let
vibe.
me, yeah. But no, I don't
Yeah.
really mind it too much. I don't mind the teasing. I mean, do you like
Okay.
being teased?
Oh
Do
yeah,
you mind being
I
teased?
love being teased. I
Yeah.
think it comes with the love that people enjoy
Yeah.
about you. It's
Mhm.
like these
Mhm.
small little innuendos. I guess that's not the right word, but inside jokes that you
Yeah.
have within your streams
Mhm.
that people tease you about and stuff. Like people
Oh, yeah.
know that I'm terrified of playing horror games, but they always ask me to play them every single time, but they know the result. I mean, I get fucking
Mhm.
scared from like something surprising me on like I don't know a JRPG. You think
Oh
it
my
would be any
god.
different from me playing Resident Evil or something like
Yeah.
that?
Mhm.
But no, I think it's pretty cool. But I just wanted to I guess you could say ask it for the people who don't take well to teasing as well. It's like when they see those
Yeah.
little nuggets
Mhm.
every so often. Like I mean, obviously, I guess it's like personal choice of how you take teasing and stuff like that.
I guess, yeah, it really depends because I know not everyone likes it. I don't mind it too much. I think obviously there's some moments where like you're like, okay, now you can chill, you can
Right.
chillax right
Right.
now. But I mean, I don't think I think there is some moments when it comes to that, but I guess I won't say anything. I just like leave it, pretend it's fine. I don't know why I do that. I just tend to be like,
I mean,
wow, guys,
it's
shut up
something
now.
that you have tough skin. Like you don't like like I said, it's like those inside jokes between your community
Yeah.
that build. So like for instance, I guess there was one person who came in my stream who
Yeah.
mistyped my name at one point. Instead of
Yeah.
saying Kenty, they said Henty instead.
I forget. Yes.
And so now, as a joke, which I thought was funny, that was kind of cute. Now he always just calls me Henty because I think it's just cute, and no one's gonna know
pretty
why he calls me
cute.
that because
Yeah.
it's like an inside joke, between me and that person. So I get it, even though like I mean, it is annoying for the Miku stuff. I do, people do tease you in a love way. Like they know you're not
Oh
Miku.
yeah, God, yeah. No, don't worry. I know that. I think I guess it's like maybe if someone comes in and they're like,
Randomly,
oh,
it's like a
Miku.
random,
It's Miku. I'm like, I'm not Miku. I normally go, oh yeah, I'm Miku's cousin. Yeah, really, the one that can't sing.
Right.
Normally I'll do something like that.
Who can't sing? But I've heard you sing. You actually have a good sing.
Huh?
I heard you sing. You're actually pretty good.
All right, Kenty, you stop lying now, okay? Guys, Kenty lies all the time.
I would
swear
never.
to God.
I would never.
God.
I tell the truth all the time. So one thing I want to ask you: who are a couple people that inspires you? Like, is there any like big time? Don't you dare! Don't you dare! Don't you dare!
Well, everyone knows that who inspires me, and Kenty very much inspires me. Not just because she's my friend, but just because she's so hardworking. Honestly, I haven't met anyone as hardworking as Kenty who's a VTuber. No freaking cap. Like, no cap. I haven't met anyone that's as hardworking as you. Like, no, honestly. And that's like really inspiring to watch and see. Because I'm like, oh shit, that means I should be working really. Well, I'm like, oh, I should work hard too, I should like really get going with it. And that has actually really inspired me. That's really, yeah. So that, you're one, yeah.
You're so sweet. I appreciate it. But are there any other people who like inspires you to try new things that you watch in the V2 community that you're like, oh, they've done that. Let me put my own spin on it and see if it will work for me. Like, is there like VTuber inspirations out there for you in this current sphere of VTuber?
I guess. Oh God. I think watching and seeing others stream, it makes me so happy to see them thriving and to see them doing well. I need to really think about like a VTuber that really inspires me other than you to that extent. I think I don't know if you know, there's a VTuber called Mummy Mortem. He comes into my streams, but I think what's inspiring about Mortem is his drive to make other people smile and make them happy, even if don't stream as much. They'll be on Twitter making and supporting others, which I really like. They really are. They just support like a lot of people, and they always trying to make their day or whatever. And I'm like, oh, that's really sweet. That is very, very sweet that they're doing it for others and not just themselves. And that's really nice to see. And I'd love to implement that more within like my community or just within my streams. But yeah, that's one. You and Mortem.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is there like I guess you could say the bigger VTubers out there that you look at that be like, man, like they're pretty cool? Because like do you network a lot out there? Because obviously the one big thing about VTubing and like I guess you could say streaming is networking. Do you network a lot when you're on Twitter? Like, do you like comment on like? Because I know I do.
I don't do it as much as before. I should do it still, I think. I think that'd be really fun to do because I haven't done it in a while. It's because what I've been doing most of the time now is been like speaking with like how I'm meeting new people is by hanging out with my VTuber siblings and meeting their community and hanging out with them. And that's, I guess, I know that's networking in itself, but like, I
That's
guess it's more
networking.
focused. I guess it's more focused around a certain audience, I guess,
Right.
if that makes sense. But I want to do it with other VTubers. I don't think I've met like any new VTubers I don't know just by myself, if that makes sense. I think I'd really want to do that again because I haven't done that in a while. And it's really nice to meet new VTubers and, you know, make
I
friends.
think so too, because you get
Yeah.
to experience
Mhm.
new ways that other people stream and
Oh, yeah,
vibrate with their
definitely.
communities and
Mhm.
different collabs that you didn't think would be possible, you know. You
Yeah,
know,
true.
I've been trying to do a little bit more networking almost every day and reach out,
Really? Hey,
yeah,
yo, what the
and
hell? See,
build
what I
that.
tell you guys? What did I
No,
tell you?
stop it.
Kenzie is hard working. Hard
No,
working queen.
I'm not. I'm just, I just try
I'm
to put
trying.
myself out there as much as possible, and
I'm
I
trying to make this podcast all about Kenty, and it's
You
just Kenty
are.
saying
This is
no.
your episode. This is your episode. My
I don't
episode's
like it.
less
I don't like it all about me. I have to make it about you too. Not fair. God damn it.
That just shows how wholesome you are, you know.
No.
Yes.
No.
So like when it comes to like I guess you say collabing, I guess in the same realm of networking. How do you normally go about it? Like who are some people that you would love to collab with that's like on I guess you say I feels like it's kind of wrong a little bit to say bigger VTubers, but you know, I guess you could say the bigger VTubers. So like
what, like
the
on my list or
on your
what?
list. So like I guess you could say Ava, the Ellies, the Alvar, you know, in that spare. Like I mean, they're bigger, but in the same realm as us. I guess you could say.
Yeah.
How do you like? What do you feel about when it comes to like networking and collabing
Ooh.
and stuff? What would you give your best advice on going about that and collabing?
What, climbing bigger?
Yeah.
Uh,
And how do you balance
problem
it
is
with your own streams and stuff?
yeah. The problem is I've never collabed with like a bigger VTuber. Not really.
Me neither.
Yeah, I don't think I have. Huh?
I haven't either.
What?
So
Yeah, so I don't know if I can give like the best advice because like I don't think you should definitely don't go in message going, "Hi, I want to collab." Don't do that. That's a big fat no. Don't do that. I think I don't think you should. I know feels like I know that not a lot of people want to just get to know the person, but that's just really not the right way of doing it. If that makes sense. I think with said collabing though with me, I like collabing, but I like to do it and let my audience know that I won't be streaming it because I'm really bad at balancing me talking to chat while trying to focus on the game as well as talking to the person I'm collabing with.
it is hard.
I don't know. I'm just really bad at it. Like, and I mostly focus on the chat, which I know I shouldn't do. And I want to focus on like the person who is live or collabing with,
Right.
which is an issue. So that's why if I want to do a collab, I'll do it like I don't know, I try and do it if they're not streaming, it's not too bad. But if they're the ones streaming it, I'll probably just not stream it. Otherwise, yeah, it just gets so hectic. It's insane. I just don't know. But yeah, I definitely want to do more collabs in the future. It's just a little bit tricky.
Right. See, when it comes to collabs, at least for me, because I do a lot of collabs, I try to set out special times and days for it because you know one of the things that I do now, as you know, we've talked about it before, is I stream for YouTube in a more of a content sense. So when those type of streams are arriving, I kind of let people know that that's going to be happening, so people know, hey, you know, you're going to kind of get ignored a little bit while I'm interacting with this collab. But after the collab, you know, you got me all 24/7, you know?
Yeah.
Because then people are more accepting of, oh, I'm going to be, you know, ignored, but also they still get good content and out of the deal, you know? It's like this little sprinkled in, like if you're making a cake, you have the cake, but then you have the sprinkles that goes on top of it. That is the collab.
The sprinkles? Oh my. Rebecca.
And then
No,
you're
I
like,
do
oh
get
man,
what
that
you
was sweet, but I can still eat the cake without the
Hey,
sprinkles, you
yo.
know?
Yeah, I get what you mean. That's a perfect analogy, I think. But yeah, I think it's just I'm still learning as I'm as
Oh
I'm
yeah,
going,
yeah.
which is I still I have still like a very lot to learn about VTubing and just the community itself and just streaming in general, which I'm just
Right.
excited to carry on about and carry on my what do you call it? VTuber career? I don't really know. VTuber what else would you call it? I was
Journey.
about Oh,
Uh,
yeah, that sounds better. Yeah.
me,
VTuber journey. Yeah.
Anime4days Journey to the West. Tales
Hey,
of Anime for
yo.
Days.
Yay. Oh.
Because obviously I don't say this as a negative. Obviously, I'm just kind of putting my two spare cents on the
Mm.
matter at hand. Because I think, as I always say, the way you do things is so inspiring that it even inspired me to change the way I do content and
Huh?
how I go about
Really?
it. Yeah, like I mean, the reason why I started doing the new form that I have is by watching you. I told you you're one of my inspirations as well. And
Not loud. I'm sorry. Only
yeah,
goes
no,
one
it
way.
is. No,
Only
it's
one
not.
way.
No, 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 no. And yeah, no, like you and a couple other people just helped
Yeah.
me like see things in a more perspective way that I
Yeah.
guess you could say I was more blind to before, or like
Mm.
I was just set in such an old way of doing things
Yeah.
that seeing it done in a more fresh way is a way you can adapt and stay in this
Oh, yeah.
business, because I mean
Mm.
obviously we both talk off stream and on stream, and
Mm.
we both want to do this long term. This is like the end goal for us, so
Yes.
for us to maintain that we have to have
Mhm.
adaptability, and the
Yes.
only way you
Yeah.
do that is by learning, I guess you could say, from others
I
in a
think so.
way.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's watching others and thinking, oh, that would be so cool if I do that, but just with a little bit of a twist, or oh, if I played this game, that looks so fun to play. My viewers would love that. Stuff like that. I think always thinking about things that will uh make you grow or make you feel like you think that will make you become a better streamer in general. I definitely think
Right.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
I
Mm,
agree with you what you're agreeing to.
agree. Hey yo.
Okay, so like on the last couple of questions,
Hmm.
that we have, what are like one thing that most people don't know anything about you for,
Ooh.
uh,
Uh,
that you can like share, like something you haven't really shared?
Oh, fuck, I share everything, man. I literally share actually everything. It's insane. Hmm.
Because we didn't really talk about
Um,
your major that you're into, of
yeah.
your,
Hmm.
that you're
I'm quite
doing
open
script
about
writing and
yes.
screenplay
Hmm.
writing. What
I
made you
guess.
want to go for that? Like, how does that
Ooh.
play into your VTubing career? Like, how are
To be
you,
fair, I wanted to be an editor. I'm not gonna lie. I went into film production because I wanted to be an editor from my AIM-Vs. All links
mm,
together. All links.
always together, it
Um,
all comes around.
But I wanted to be an editor because I was like, oh shit, you can make this a career. That's
Mm,
insane. I didn't know. I was just dumb. No one questioned it. Anyway, I wanted to be it, and I was like, and along the way, I found script writing, and I was like, oh my god, this is insane. I always wanted to. When I was younger, I always thought, oh, making a book or doing like writing something like that, like making a story, is such a fun thing for me. But I always thought, okay, because I'm dyslexic, I find it difficult, and I thought it'd never ever be possible, if that makes sense.
mm,
So I kind of just chucked it out the window before I even like got to that point. But becoming or like making scripts would honestly be such an amazing part of my life. However, um,
comma.
I would love. The problem is, I just would love to be a content creator. That'd be my ultimate dream. But I think
Me, you already are one. What are you talking about?
like just like full time without having a part-time job or something like that. I know
I
I'm gonna do.
mean, I feels like at this point you kind of already are doing that. Like, I
That's
mean,
true.
all you
Yeah.
do, I mean, you were a uni kid, but now you're not.
That's true. Wow, Kenty, thanks for reminding me.
Oh, I forgot. Now to remind me of the question I was gonna ask. I guess
Oh
this
no.
could leave on the high note, on the high note.
Oh, okay, go
Since
for
you're
it.
such a boomer now,
I'm leaving. Goodbye. I'm literally asking you the same question. I'm just saying it. I'm just
No,
gonna say
you're not allowed. You're not allowed to
I'm
steal
allowed.
my
I'm
question.
doing it. I'm gonna steal your questions. Oh god damn it.
Switch is such a boomer now.
Right, yeah.
How does it feel knowing that you are a senpai to some other VTubers?
Oh. That's weird. Oh wait, I mean, am I? Fucking hell, don't say this.
It's a tough question, right? It's a tough question.
Oh,
because
God.
I, I'm not gonna give you my response yet. Because if you're gonna ask me the same thing, I'm gonna save it. But you're on the spot right now, so like, as the final question, like, how does it feel knowing that you are a senpai? I mean, essentially, you have been doing this for a while, and you are somewhat.
I guess people. The problem is I think people find out I'm quite young and they won't think of me that way, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean?
It's not about age, it's about experience.
I guess so, yeah. That makes sense. I think, oh god, that's so weird to think about because I don't think I've ever come across someone that would ever think of me that way.
I can tell you a couple of people who think you that way.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
one being legendary.
Legendary is just so freaking sweet, though. Oh my god,
he is very sweet. But he considers us all like a senpai. But I mean, that's just one prime example. I mean, I would think your whole chat. But there's other VTubers who come into ideas like, oh man, Anime4days, she's killing the game right now.
No,
she's doing it.
You know what I've come to realize? I just can't take compliments. I think I've now figured this out. I just can't take them. It makes me. I'm just like, this is not about me. I can't take them. Goodbye, honestly. But
you gotta answer the question, Moose. I'm not gonna let you get away.
Freaking damn it! What is wrong with you? I mean, I wouldn't think of myself that way. I guess it's why it's hard for me to answer the question.
Mm-hmm.
But it makes sense because I have been doing it for a while.
Hypothetically,
I didn't realize. Yeah.
Hypothetically, what would you tell someone as a senpai, like who would come to you for advice for VTubing? What would you tell them? Honest opinions.
It depends where they are in the stage of what they're asking me, but if they wanted to become one, I might just go for it. I mean, oh god, my model. Sorry.
That's a perfect example for it. VTubing at the end is like, hey, don't do it unless you don't want to be twerking and tweaking.
Hey, yo, I be twerking. I guess honestly, I think people might worry about being or having the best model ever, but I don't think that's part of it. I think just, your personality is the one that's going to be, going to shine through. It's definitely going to shine through. And that's just having a model or just an upgrade to your model, whatever you're doing is, just a bonus, right? But I think just getting involved and just straight up like starting your community, starting up Twitter, all that jazz, and just going for it. Because, I mean, what are you going to lose? You're literally going to lose nothing. And it might be hard at first because obviously you don't have people watching you. However, it literally is just a waiting game. Trust me, it will work out, especially if you're networking on Twitter and on different platforms and having a TikTok, all that stuff. It will grow. Trust me. It did for me, and it will do that for you. So that's what my advice would be. I don't know what the best. As a senpai, my model keeps freaking out now. This is good. This is good times. Yeah. But yeah, this is my advice. I think that's the best advice I could give. Unless it was like a specific question, I would be like, yeah. So yeah.
Wow, look at you being such a boomer senpai. That's crazy.
I'm gonna tweet this. Hold up a minute. Give me a minute.
I gotta make a meme of you. No one's gonna get it until this episode goes live. It's just gonna be you as Homer Simpson choking me as Bart, calling you a boomer.
I'm literally tweeting, Kenzie called me a boomer.
I wanna punch her right in the face, her cute face. Who the heck you call a boomer?
Oh my god, I'm literally doing it. I can't. I'm actually devastated. Why is she calling me a boomer?
So, alright, real quick. I guess the last question, we're gonna wrap up after this. So when I sent you that cat meme, the cat doing the when I saw that, I was like, this is Lucy. It just popped in my head. I was like, I gotta make this happen.
Do you see this? Kenty is now bullying me. Do you not see this? Kenty sent me a meme, put my face on it, and then was like, "Where's the daddies?" I was like,
I was dying the whole time making it. I was like, this is art to me.
I'm gonna put it on my Twitter now. Yeah,
you have to. Oh, so cute. I give you full clarity to meme me back. I want that type of relationship.
Really? Oh,
I
perfect.
give you full clarity. Like, don't even hold back. You know me, you can take it. So like, if you
know what, I'm gonna make loads of memes of Kenty when I'm on holiday, just so you know I'm still around.
That's so funny. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it.
Out of the blue, I'm just gonna send you memes just out of the blue when I'm on holiday. You're like, where the fuck did you make this meme?
Do it.
You want
I mean, even if you just post it on Twitter and just have me see it, I'm like, God damn it, this boomer. God damn it. How dare she do this to me? But on that note, we are going to end it on that. Anime4days, ladies and gentlemen. You know her, you love her. She's a cutie patootie. She's the co-host of Tokumei podcast.
Yeah.
For the people at home and the people listening around the world, that's crazy even to say.
Ooh, yes.
Where can they find you? What's your schedule looking like? I mean, you're going on vacation.
Ooh,
so
yes, I am. I'm sadly not going to be streaming next week since I am going to Cyprus for holiday, but I'll be back the next following week for more streams. But you can find me on Anime4days, I think X, on my Twitter, but Anime4days with, I think, a one more S on Twitch. So yeah, if you want to come check me out, I'll come say hello. Hello.
Yeah. Hello. A good how do you do? I am Anime4days and stuff.
It's going to be making fun of me being British next. Oh my no.
I would never. I love your British accent. I wish I could just copy your British accent and just infuse it with myself.
Oh shit, now we need a Kenty accent or Kenty like British accent redeem. That's what it needs to be.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. I did look up videos how to be British, how to have a British accent. I'm not gonna
that's so funny.
That's gonna be a story for another day. But thank you so much for hanging out with me guys. Thank you so much for listening to us. Thank you so much for letting us take a little bit of chunk of your time. Thank you so much for watching us on YouTube, Spotify, all this podcast listening places.
In the following week. We won't do next week because I'm off. But the following week we'll be back with plenty content. Hell yeah, baby. Hell yeah.
So thank you so much for watching and listening. We appreciate you all, and you all have a wonderful, lovely, amazing day. Go boys!